from my experience, I mean, I've had the privilege of working with extremely successful people, and I think there's a common denominator. If they're working for a corporation for 30 years, I think deep down, I think 98, 99% of people don't want to go work in a corporate environment. I think everyone wants to kind of branch on their own. But at some point you came at that fork and you had to have that professional sort of, I think you kind of told us how you went the professional route because of the success you were having. But the personal one, how did you sort of frame that and how did that work?
Well, my conversation with my wife was like, hey, listen, like this is actually, I think I'm good at this, and I think we can create something here. And the great thing about Sarah is that she always believes in me, and she always gives me she'll ask like, are you sure? Like that courtesy question, like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? And like, what does this entail? I'm like, and
start recording the conversation a little bit for future.
Yeah. So from there, like, she was like, you sure you want to do this? And like, and I talked to my mother-in-law as well. And my mother-in-law is like a mother to me, Cynthia, we were talking and she was like, but you have a pension there that you can get. And I broke it down for her. The way I thought about that pension was, give me a couple years, I'll have enough rental properties to
making it up.
Where I'm making that up.
Makes sense.
And I mean, of course, it's not like free. It's not something that it's just where I don't have to work for it. But it's better than, for me, in my opinion, it was better than staying until I'm 62 in a company to make $5,000 a month.
I mean, I knew you during that period. I couldn't imagine the mindset, and even now, if you were still there, I can imagine 15 years from now. At some point, I think you just sort of just become committed to your fate at that point and just not be a very happy person.
That's a great point. Yeah. So within the VA, the next step up was a GS-12 position, and I think I was making like 70 something grand a year.
Okay.
After overtime. And then the next position up was, I think, about like 85 grand a year.
Okay.
I applied for it and I didn't even get an interview. And that's with veteran preference and everything.
Yeah.
So there were so many people that were more well qualified there that have been there for years so I saw that writing on the wall. That was the only other position.
Yeah.